What the fuck do you want?
Hello, and welcome back to another week of What the Fuck Do You Want? And, it's been a while. Who have we got? It's the one, it's the only, it's the Mick since 86, not the bad one.
No, the good one. Oh, shit, I can't say that. I am the other one.
Fucked it now.
I know, fuck that one.
So, been keeping well since the last time we seen you?
Yeah, been pretty well. No COVID, no illnesses, nothing.
Because it's not like we're doing a bumper recording and it's just after the last
I
one.
know. But no, those, the gap in between those episodes, I've been fine. Been good.
Well, it's around Halloween time. Do you like Halloween?
Absolutely. It's the only holiday worth celebrating. Actually, except Christmas, because you do get presents, but not for all the other stuff.
You don't get to scare your neighbours and get sweets.
I still do that at Christmas. It's just less accepted, and you get the police funding you quite a bit.
They'll never take you down alive.
Nah, they won't. I'll just say, no, that's not me. It's the other Mick. It's that guy for This Is England. That's the one you want. He's been jumping up and down here.
Like, yeah, the fucking English. I should have known.
Aye. Try fucking invading the north of Glasgow for some reason.
Taking all the toffee pennies, even though nobody wants them.
Aye. Which you'd think was like, oh, it's victimless crime, but no. People just won't stand for that. I don't want it, but you
My
can.
mother-in-law saves them up and she bakes with them. Don't be taking my toffee pennies, you prick.
Exactly. We all need to save them up and send them out here. And we've got like fucking This Is England Mick jumping up and down, stealing everybody's. Like a pure arsehole.
Cunt. I hope he gets cancelled.
Me too. If he's got something to go by, he probably should be.
He's the boy that took the bounties out of celebrations.
Nah, see that's a line that's been crossed. Bounties should stay there. I don't care what anybody else says. It's that thing, if you don't like it, fine, don't eat it. But don't piss them on about it and get it removed. You just ruin it for the rest of us. Like if you're looking at
there is a lot of coconut hate. I just can't get my head around it.
I don't get it. But it's one of those things, if you look at it and you're like, I don't like that, it's like, well, that means it's not for you. So on you go.
Means I'll fucking have it. Cunt face.
More for me. You can have your whatever else is in there. I kind of mind.
They're taking that much out now. The Galaxy truffles are like,
truffles.
Even though you got like one a tin.
They were amazing because that was like the only thing that wasn't sold outside the tin. Everything else you get the full size in, but it was like the only place you could get those truffles was in that tub, and they're gone. The
Malteser yolks, have they been taken out?
No, they're still there, I think, as far as I know.
I'm just making up things to be angry about now. This is how badly I'm scraping the barrel. You've been fine since the last 5 minutes we've been talking to each other.
Yep, absolutely fine.
Well, you look amazing.
I know. You just tell me that.
I'd root you.
Good. As everyone should.
Just waiting for permission? No.
Takes work to look this good, so any sort of comments appreciated as long as they're good. If they're not, you can fuck off because I don't care. I don't want to hear about it.
I like the attitude, yeah.
Aye. I was like, well, you got something bad to say, I don't care. I mean, it's your day that's ruined by looking at me and going, oh, fuck, stay at that. Like,
have you fucking seen this? You prick.
Aye. I was like, well, it's not our fault you kind of look this good. On you go. Can't help you.
Yes, we've moved away from pronouns. We're now on the ego.
Oh, aye.
A real character you're building up here, Mick.
Yep, 5 minutes can do a lot for somebody's ego.
This has been a lovely catch-up that we didn't really need to do. Yep. Shall we get to the question?
Go for it.
Mick, since 86, what the fuck do you want?
Not much, to be honest.
Oh?
Yeah. No, not got much on.
That's fucking awkward.
A little bit.
That took the starch out of my sock.
Yep. Well, actually, I've got a question for you, though.
Oh?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want?
What the fuck do you want?
Well, that's horrible being asked that. God, no wonder nobody wants to come back to the show. That's fucking awful.
I even tried to sit with a smile so even the voice even comes across as a bit more, what the fuck do you want?
The only joy I get in a week. What the fuck do you want? That's how I answer the phone at work.
As you should.
How did it feel? Did you like saying it?
Oh, I felt good. You get used to that.
I start off the streams with it. 50p every time.
Aye.
Well, I thought since it is very close to Halloween, we'll tell a wee tale. A story, maybe.
Yeah, sounds good. Get right in the mood.
Yeah, because I'm going to break my own formula even more. There's nothing I want at the fucking end of it. I'm just going to talk shite for 30 minutes. What a load of wank.
Sounds like every time I'm on the podcast then.
Bit of a theme with everybody, I think. So, when we were having our Gorbals vampire episode,
yes.
It was like, oh, a local vampire story. Funnily enough, I have a local vampire story too that my granddad told me. Granda punk. Our version of a local vampire lives in Derry.
Nice place.
Yeah. Stab City.
Exactly, nice place.
Originally, my granddad told me this story and I remembered it quite well, but I thought I might as well look it up for a recording and see if I had all the details.
Research is important.
Yeah, it's very important. That Wikipedia search really makes a difference. It turns out, yeah, the story told me the characters, yeah, he got that right. How it happened and how it resolved. His version was a lot different. But, yeah, we'll go through it. So I have his version and then the version that I researched. Suppose I better talk about the man himself a little while. Granda Punk, sadly no longer with us, passed away when I was about 12. I don't know why I asked you. You don't fucking know. I'm
going to agree. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was at that funeral.
Yeah.
You were crying. You looked like a little bitch.
I mean, that's what you might do at funerals. I'm filling the role.
So he used to tell a lot of tall tales. I think he just made them up to entertain us as it went along. Whenever you had a hard-boiled egg, and sometimes when you're at his house, you got hard-boiled duck eggs, which were big and blue. That's how he ruled. But when it was in the egg cup, you had to break the bottom of it, or the fairies would escape the house, and fairies brought you good luck, and you didn't want them escaping.
Okay, sounds more like a Hosty situation, but aye, fair enough.
There was not a forest, but like a copse of trees down at the bottom of a field, and we weren't allowed to go there because that's where the bears lived.
The bears?
Yeah, there's no bears in fucking Ireland, but
no.
We stayed away from the bottom of the fucking field because of it. I think he used to just make up these stories to kind of keep us away from things because there were boglings that lived in a stream near the field, and I think he just didn't want us playing near water.
Fair enough.
He told us about, I can't remember the word he used for them. The bogling, they were the whores that lived in the shocks, and you stayed away from them because they grabbed you and tried to drag you into them because they're bastards.
It sounds like bastard behaviour, to be fair.
It does. There was a child, and there were like septic tanks in the fields, and this was when the Fae came into it.
Aye. Oh, those very famous septic Faes.
Oh yeah, the fucking arseholes. They used to lie to kids and tell them, there's a fucking bar of gold at the bottom of that septic tank.
Aye.
You only have to stick your arm in a bit of shit and, you'll be rich. And they'd fall in and drown. And I think that was just a little warning not to play near the fucking septic tank, you little shit.
I mean, it's not the best story, because you've just told a bunch of Waynes here. Do you want to be richer than you could ever imagine? Stick your horn in that pile of shite. Waynes are going to be like, I can take the risk. You know what? I can take fucking Fae. I can run fast enough.
I wouldn't fall in and drown in human filth.
Aye. And I was like, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to be rich. I mean, see if they just said if you go near it, they'll drag you in and you'll die in shite. You're like, that's a bit less appealing. But if there's a wee glimmer of riches.
See, now, if it was the bogling, they'd drag you in, but they probably don't want to live in shit. The Fae, the Fae didn't actually do anything to you. No. They just planted the idea it was your greed that ended you up in shit.
I've always don't hear that. They'll just be like, think of the more fucking sweeties I could get for that gold. I'm like, right, boy. Is that just me?
Walking down to the nearest shop with a shitty bar of gold. Jelly tots, please.
Well, saying that, if you get the bar of gold, you'd be like, you know what? If I can beat the Fae, fucking boglins, nah, piece of pish. I'm going to clean this in this stream. I'm going to rub it in their face. Then I'm going to slam it down the counter and be geese those sweets. Actually, you know what? I'm buying the shop.
Yeah, I'm going to buy all the bounties out of the celebration tins.
Aye, no, I'm going to use this.
Nobody else fucking wants them.
I'm going to use this gold to bring back the truffles. That's how rich I am now with this piece of shit gold.
That kind of gives you an idea of bit of a wind-up merchant.
Yeah.
Granda. Oh yeah, he told me if I played with my belly button too much, my arse would fall off. So I don't know if I played with my belly button a lot when I was a child or he just made it up, but I didn't want my arse to fall off, so I didn't touch it. It's fucking filthy now. I don't even clean it.
Who does?
Neither my belly button nor arse. Yeah, he had all these tall tales and like superstitions. I don't know if superstitions still run wild in your area. There's a bit of Gaelic crossover between us.
The superstition I remember most when I was younger was, what was her name? Like Maggie Murphy. That was it. We got told that if we misbehave, there was some woman that would come and kidnap you and take you away. And it's just called Maggie Murphy. So everybody was...
She works for the council.
Probably, actually. No, it's like, there was always always this woman, she takes away like naughty kids and blah, 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 and you're like... So obviously, like, when you're younger and you get told this, you're like, what? My bedrooms? Yeah, how do I lose this? I mean, the first thought should be, how do I take away for family? But it's like, my toys and shit here, how do I lose them? But then you just look at all these old women like, are you fucking Maggie Murphy? Nah, I don't trust any. And now you're told like, oh, if you're missing... Well, when I was younger, it's like, if you get separated from my dad or whatever, always go talk to a woman, because it's all there. Statistically less likely to kidnap you, which, probably is a lot of shit. But you get told, oh, you misbehave, this or woman will take you away. So you're like, well, if I get lost, well, I'm fucked then. I can't talk to any of these guys in the shops. Well, I don't know if this is just a young Maggie Muffy. I'm going to talk to her. And it was actually one time.
Anybody around the age of 30 is like, no, you're fucking ancient. Go away.
Aye.
You thief.
There was one time I did get separated from a granny and my auntie. And instead of doing the thing of go talk to them, I just went, I can just walk up the road. And I was like 4 at the time. And this is like obviously way before mobiles. So they all shat themselves thinking, oh my God, they've lost Mick. And I was like, no, I'm in the house. But there was no way for my man and dad like phone my granny and be like, no, he's here. So they were wandering, trying to find him. Like, I don't know, maybe they thought Maggie Muffy would take him away.
Fuck, we have to call up to the house now and say we lost him. Bollocks.
Aye, but I'm not really worried about them. I've got a younger brother and sister, so there's spares. I mean, you don't want to lose the original, obviously. I mean, but they have backups just in case.
Of course not, no.
He's like golden child here. Don't want to lose him.
Diet Mick and Mick Zero for backup.
Exactly.
I only mentioned it, Granda was serious about superstitions, so I believed stuff coming out of him a bit more because he would salute magpies and he'd spit whenever he seen them. He'd touch woods to avoid calamity. What was the other one? Because he used to do the spitting thing when he saw magpies in people's cars. I've
never heard of the spitting. I heard of the salute one. I've heard of that. And there's the one where somebody has to break your sorrow. So you just go up, like, make a circle with your hands and somebody has to break it. I've never heard of the spitting one, though. That's a new one.
A pile of stuff. You could never leave a place from a different door. So if you came in a door, you had to leave the same door, which would have fucked you at airports.
Oh, aye.
Things like that. There are hundreds of them that you just had to keep in mind. So it would have been a bit mad, my old granda. Brilliant, but mad.
I think most kind of like elder generations are like that because they didn't have like things like a lot of films or TV or games to play. So they need to like keep themselves occupied.
I used to go out to his for weekends and you didn't have the Game Boy, no comics, nothing. I don't think he had a TV at that stage. He got one later.
Yeah.
It was just evenings of stupid fucking stories that kind of stick with you.
It's not the worst way.
But yes, we're getting almost to the halfway point and we haven't got to it at all. Abhartach, the bad wee bastard, as he would refer to him as. Yeah, I must apologise up front to anybody that knows they're Irish. I don't. I've forgotten more of it than most will. Abhartach basically means dwarf in Irish. They weren't very politically correct back in ancient Celtic times, sadly.
Was there anyone back then?
Been documented.
No. That was the era learned as the learning stages of history.
Yeah, we were teething how to talk to each other. We didn't even have English at that stage.
No.
Abhartach was a chieftain of a little area of Derry, Slactafferty. I think I've got that right.
I'm going to say yes.
G's and H's, and yeah, I think it's Slactafferty, yeah. So it was a township in Derry. Normally a chieftain, big lad. You became a chieftain by killing the last chieftain.
As you do.
You got there by strength, and it wasn't very political.
No, there wasn't like a voting or like, what skills do you think you could bring to this job? It's like, well, I've got a dagger.
What are you going to do about the bins?
Aye. So the rat problem before. What about my noisy neighbour sitting there banging the drum all night? What are you going to do about it?
Just go in and kill him, please. Oh, you've got my vote. Abhartach, previously mentioned, bad wee bastard. He referred to him as a bad wee bastard throughout this whole story, which has stuck with me the whole time. He wasn't big, he wasn't strong, but he was a chieftain, and he was theoried to retain this title due to his use of magic.
I see. That's how we got the job.
Yeah, of course you do. If you want to be the Prime Minister, you need magic.
Yeah, preferably like some sort of evil magic going by today's Prime Ministers. But we'll top that. Let's sidetracking back to Abhartach.
Different episode. Stop current day in my podcast.
Yeah, sorry. I'm bringing California. That's never.
Now, as I said, the version of magic I got told was like lightning out of the fingertips, kind of fireballs, the whole lot. That was the type of magic he liked. It came up in the stories a lot. It had to be big, dramatic.
Yeah.
Looking back in the tales, it seems like magic gets blamed for animals dying on the farm, poor crops, ill health. So you could have a bad run of luck and you think you've been cursed by somebody up the road, which, knowing how superstitious we are as a nation, is possible.
Yeah.
So if you wrong me, I could poison your horse. It's like, fuck. Shouldn't have gotten the wrong side of the bad wee bastard. So he was renowned absolute cunt. No pretty way of putting it.
Yeah.
He was bad to people. He was cruel. He used his fear of magic to get whatever he wanted. and the people that lived there kind of had enough of it. So there was a neighbouring chieftain, and this changes. Sometimes it's just a nobody with no name.
Yeah.
Sometimes Finn McCool gets named a lot, but he seems to do fucking everything. You know, when it comes to these tales, he just crops up.
Because he's got a similar name for McCool. He's Abhartach instead of Abhartach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a relation of his with a similar name. You can't get the two confused. One was a bastard, one wasn't.
Oh, so this is just like mixing sex already again then?
Yeah, there's good Mick, good Abhartach. There is the good wee bastard and the bad wee bastard.
Right.
They were getting sick of everything. Previously mentioned the superstitions. Your itchy nose means a fight's coming, all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Still goes on to this day. Apparently an itchy right hand means you're soon to be out of pocket, whereas an itchy left hand means money is coming your way, or you've given yourself an STD from wanking. I had a lot of fun writing these notes. A bird shiting on you is good luck.
Oh, that's... No. Someone made that up because they kept getting shat on, and they're like, you know what? This is good luck. And it's just somehow stuck. You know, like, nobody shitting on you is good luck in any circumstance.
Everything's going my way. Look at how much shite I have on my back.
Well, if that's the case, you know, Pigeon Lady for Home Alone 2, she must be rolling in the good luck.
They went off. Some stories chieftain, other stories they all ganged up and got him. There's one story, and it's about his wife. Now, there's two versions. One is he's got a wife, and she wasn't very good to him, and she cheated on him all the time, probably because he was a bad wee bastard.
Yeah.
In other stories, he stole a neighbour's daughter to make his wife, and this is when they got the chieftain involved to rescue her. In one version of the story, he knows she's cheating on him, and he tries to catch her in the act by looking through the bedroom window while they're at the act.
Okay.
Falls off the window, breaks his neck. That's how he dies.
How high up are these windows?
The famous towers of Ireland. Yes, skyscrapers.
Sorry, that's stupid me. Right, carry on.
Before the English stole them all and put them in London. The other tales are they jumped him one night. The version I heard is he woke up in the middle of the night and went outside to take a piss, and they jumped him, killed him, and buried him in his own pish. Creative storyteller, Granda.
Yeah.
Other stories, the chieftain came, killed him, buried him. Right, this is where Abhartach, the legend, begins, because Abhartach, dead as fuck. But he wasn't. He came back.
I mean, that's the power of pish will do that to you, I suppose.
Yeah, look so surprised. Abhartach came back, and he started showing up at people's houses and demanded bowls of blood.
Okay.
So they would have to cut themselves, fill up a bowl, and he would drink it and go on his merry way. If you didn't, apparently his behaviour got worse after death. So it was in your best interest to give him a bowl of blood and just get rid of him.
Okay.
So yeah, they were saying he was bad enough when he was alive, he was a cruel cunt. But when he came back, because he had a reason to be an even bigger cunt, he was just fucking downright evil. So some versions of the story say he was getting revenge. The townsfolk killed him, so he came back and he was making their life a nightmare. Other stories were the chieftain now owned the land. After killing him, they've gained his property. But he's back. And it's like, well, you obviously didn't kill him. So because he's back. I said, no, lad, I definitely killed that wee bastard. I've killed a lot of people in my time. I know how it's done. But yeah, killed him again. He came back. Killed him again. He came back. Fuck this. We come to the part where the druids show up, because they always show up when weird shit happens. Great bunch of lads.
I never really need them. There's always the afterthought that, well, sure, we'll turn up now. Aye, cool.
We didn't have phones. It takes a while for word to get out. I say, I will go check out this.
Fair enough. I mean, you think they have like a magic letter delivery service or something, but that'd be too convenient.
Could alert them to people coming back to fucking life. So they went back to chieftains. In other versions of the story, that you get this a lot, especially with like Irish mythology. It wasn't druids that helped out, it was saints. So they just take the druids out, replace it with religious figures from their side. Easier to cover up a story than like remove it completely.
Yeah.
But the druids told them, look, he's going to keep coming back. What you need to do is get a weapon made out of a yew tree. Yew trees are fantastic. They are linked with immortality. I think it's because when yew tree branches or leaves fall down, they plant new trees. So it's seen as like an endless cycle.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's quite cool.
Oh, the Irish. Whoa, making this shit up as they go. So I think the yew tree weapon, sometimes it's a bow and arrow, and they do it from afar. A lot of the stories, it's a sword. You pierce the heart with it, and it stays there. You then need to bury him upside down, so he's facing hell, and then you put a stone on top of it so he can't return. You put ivy around it. Ivy's always good luck in any form. And thorns, I think, induce like slumber. Okay. So it goes. And then when you do all that, he won't be able to come back.
No.
I was like, right. Well, fucking right. We'll do that. We'll try that. Because the Druids classed him as the Walking Dead or Nynaeve Marv, which same thing.
No.
And yeah, right enough. Whoever gave them the instruction, they did that. Murdered him with a yew tree through the heart. Buried him upside down. Yada yada. He never came back. You can actually visit this site now. There's a fairy tree and a big stone, and that's his grave. Still there to this day. And apparently they tried to cut down the tree and the chainsaws all died, but I think that's bollocks. You don't cut down fairy trees in Ireland. Holy fuck, they're sacred. There are motorways and bypasses that actually go around shrubs and trees.
Rather than just build through. It's like
you don't need the bad luck. You don't fuck with fairy rings. You don't fuck with fairy trees. You don't do it. We haven't fucked with them this long, and it's been going great.
You don't stop now.
What my granddad told me was that they kept killing him, and he kept coming back. On the last time, he crawled out of the grave, a child ran up and pulled his trousers down. Everybody seen his wee Mickey and laughed at him. He got incredibly embarrassed and jumped back into the hole with his trousers still down. Threw himself into the hole from embarrassment, literally. When he jumped into the hole, they rolled a stone on top of it, and he's still there this day, too embarrassed to raise his head again. Which I checked with Mommy Punk, and yes, people having their trousers pulled down and the embarrassment having a great effect on them is a running theme in some of his stories.
It's not wrong.
And I like it because it's kind of like a classic tale of mythology about the fragile male ego. You couldn't destroy a person with weapons or intimidation or bribery. If you embarrass them well enough, you put them in their place.
That sounds about right. That's what we need to start doing now. All these arseholes, just nah.
Oh, pantsing.
Aye, that's it. Done.
Jock 'em.
Sorted.
I suppose you couldn't call that over in Scotland. You'd have to give it a different name.
I think say
if you jock somebody over here, you pull their trousers down. It was great when everybody was in the snappy Adidas.
Oh, I think it's scanting. I think we call it here.
I think we called it jocking probably because of the kilt thing. If you're in your kilt, you're naked.
I don't know. There's a whole lot. I'm pretty sure it was like pretty sure what it was scanting. Although looking that up, that's not what it means. It's like to be scanted of something is to be inadequately supplied with or to be kept short of. Aye, okay.
Yeah, I can see the connection.
Aye. Okay, right. I'm just
so yes, that was the tale of the bad wee bastard, the vampire of Ireland, which some people say Stoker took influence from this story. Was Stoker?
I was like, what? This is a different story altogether. This is the alternate versions you find of these films.
Wrong vampire movie. Yeah, a lot of people reckon Stoker took influence from this story rather than Vlad the Impaler, but I think that's just people trying to inject Irish in everything that's ever happened, which I'm guilty of myself.
I mean, why not?
So I'd like to think he'd seen the story and took bits of it he liked and put it into Dracula, but no, I think that's definitely, it's more Romanian than Irish.
Could you imagine if that's how Dracula, like the original transcript to Dracula actually finished? It's like, rather than like Van Helsing telling him stabbing her out, just like Van Helsing was like, that's fucking Dracula. Doing the trousers and he's like, no, I'm away. Like,
fucking won't impale much with that, will you?
Die for embarrassment.
Oh fuck, I'm going to my house and not coming down again. Fuck the lot of yous.
Stay the castle forever.
It's how you use it. So yes, as mentioned, Abhartach, you can visit his grave to this day, although I think it's private land, so it's not like a tourist attraction or anything.
So someone owns it. I was going to say, sound like the story of him coming back after they took land off him. He just sounds like a landlord.
Does
ring. Like maybe that's where landlord starts. Like you only came back because not because you killed me. Oh, you took my land. I own that.
Yeah.
You're not
evil
paying
bad
rent.
wee bastard.
Aye. I think I'd much rather vampire be after than the landlord, to be honest. Landlords sound easy to take down though, depending on which story you go with.
Pull their trousers down, see what happens.
Sorted.
Dig a hole in the garden, pull their trousers down, and just there you go.
There's your rent. Off you go.
So yes, that was the tale as I was told it, and then the bits that seemed more sensible when I read them online.
Nah, I think I prefer your Granda stories. They're much better. It's like
Granda Punk told some fucking tales now.
Because that one actually, your Granda's version sounds more plausible. Because then it's like, right, you're going to get a village full of people to actually work together, make weapons, do all this stuff, so you can like dig a hole and all that kind of thing. And not once through that the official story is like, and we're going, well, am I going to get paid for this? Because you know from where somebody's like, oh, you run this imagery, can you dig this like kind of 6-7 foot hole just to make sure? They're going to be like, well, you're going to pay me for it? So, well, we don't have money because we've got this wee arsehole banging in the door and we're spending all nights filling up bowls of blood. We don't have time to go and make money. And it's like, oh.
You know yourself too. It's like you're sitting there drinking a couple of pints in, you get brave. It's like, you know, we should go up there and kill that wee fucker.
Aye.
The cunt shits lightning. I want no part in that.
I see. All that's too unbelievable. The fact that some wee Wayne going, nah, I'm just going to be wee shitting, and there we go. That's more believable because Wayne's just can be wee shits.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I believe that more than the town banding together.
We didn't think of that.
But no, that was really interesting. I like that.
Yes. So as I said, weird one. What the fuck do I want?
Spread the story. Tell it. Not the official one, but don't show that. Like Granda Punk, that's the story we want to spread far and wide. Bring that back.
Quite good too, because Derry do a national Halloween festival every year now.
Oh, nice.
It's like, fuck, I should adapt this. I could put it on show for the Halloween thing and then take everybody up to the grave afterwards.
It's like a Ghost and Ghouls tour.
Come on, lads, grab some cans. We're going to see a big rock.
Like properly lay in
thick a small penis.
Properly lay thick the superstition and see who's brave enough to try and move it.
As that land has been set to be cleared before. I don't know if it's bullshit or not, and people refuse to, or they said they tried to cut the fairy tree down because there's a buckthorn fairy tree beside the stone. They tried to cut it down and chainsaw belts break off it, and say, nah, they just didn't want to do it.
They probably looked at it and went,
fucking machinery failed my hole.
Looking at it like, this job's going to take all day and it's Friday. Nah, boss, the all broke. Fuck it, it's the fee.
We just got out of lockdown and now we've unearthed an ancient Celtic vampire. For fuck's sake.
I know. And it's like,
oh, well, I don't believe in him anyway. I was like, well, good for you.
You're just going to hire somebody who's like, he doesn't believe. Chap his door, hound him, get that blood off him.
Right, Mick, well, you're hosting the show. Fucking finish it off.
How do you usually finish? Well, thank you for that. No, that was really interesting.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, good. Aye. And all yous better be fucking grateful and all, because that was a good story. The multiple versions.
He tried his best.
What?
He tried his best. Bless him.
Yeah, he did. Aye. Well done.
He's not as Granda.
This is like what the point 2 it would be. Aye, so if it's like your Granda and then like...
Yeah, this is the diluted my waddy version of that story. The original was brilliant. I can only apologise.
Aye, as you should. But aye, but like I said, we've reached the end. Thank you for that. But Punk, get fucked.
If you don't give my girlfriend back to me, well, I'll take my revenge, yeah, you will see. Yeah. You bloodsucker, motherfucker. You bloodsucker, motherfucker. You bloodsucker, motherfucker. You bloodsucker. I'll stick you with a stake and watch you suffer. Your pale skin, pulseless pedophile freak. She's a century younger than you are. And why, oh, why can't my baby see?
Yeah, I can see why people don't come back.